Hello YouTube, welcome back. I'm EasyB. So this is a unplanned random video. Today it's kind of very cold, rainy, there's a storm coming by. I was gonna meet up with a friend to shoot a little bit. I'm off from work and he's not gonna be able to meet, so I'm bored a bit, but I do want to do something firearms related, so I decided to paint one of my rifle. My first short barrel rifle that I've built. I could not possibly chose the worst time to do this. It's raining, temperatures are very low, the paint's gonna be acting up, it's cold, and but I just want to do it for fun. I went and grabbed some paint. Don't have a major plan, but I'll take you along on the journey. Let's see what works, what didn't work, and what the end result will look like. But this is the rifle right now. Low area precision, upper build, custom build, my first build, which was also a short barrel rifle, and currently B5 stock, MFT grip, field dark earth, and black. Those are the primary colors, to say the least. So let's see what it turns out at the end, and I'll try to film the process and maybe do like a time lapse. I probably won't talk too much, but I'll just watch. I'll just have the camera roll as long as I can, and I'll fast forward, and we'll look at the gun at the end, and then we'll talk about what happened. So it may take me a couple of days to do this video, but hopefully you enjoy it. There are plenty of videos out there on how to paint a rifle. This is going to be my version. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, and if you like this, give me a thumbs up, post a comment, and stay safe. Okay, before I go outside, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to protect the areas of the rifle that are sensitive. I'm going to use this masking tape, and I always put it back over there. So the goal for me sometimes is usually to use what I have instead of going buying a bunch of stuff. Besides the spray paint can, I already had one of the can, this one, and I just went today and bought a couple more. However, everything else that I'm going to use in this project, I'm just going to have to scavenger around the house and use things that I have. For the stencil and pattern, I have an idea already. I'm going to use maybe one of the nets from the pool, the little cleaning net, not a fancy pool or anything like that. But anyway, I'm just going to scavenger and see what works and what I can use. But the first thing, I'm going to strip the rifle. I'm not going to film on how to apply masking tape. Everybody can do that, but I'm going to film it after I apply the masking tape. So, okay, I've taped the rifle. Here's what I did. I just, for safety, just to be sure, I removed my bolt, complete bolt assembly. Otherwise, everything else is on the gun. I removed, of course, earlier the flashlight, the optics. That was it. I left the charging handle alone. I'm going to paint over it. I painted and covered the forward assist just because it's a button that goes in and out, so I didn't want to paint to scratch or continuously go insert. So I'm going to leave the button side of it uncovered. I paint over the area where I had the engraving for my NFA, since it's a short barrel rifle, just in case. I have a logo here that I was testing, my EasyB arms logo. I'm going to leave it alone. I painted the barrel. Sorry, I covered the barrel with tape. I taped the barrel, and everything else pretty much is. I taped the trigger as well. I taped the trigger, but everything else I'm going to leave it alone, and I'll paint over it. Let's go to the next step. So what I'm going to do, by the way, is use. I'm going to try to clean it up real quick with brick pad cleaners, but you want to be careful on anything that's polymer or plastic made. So the brick cleaner I've used it before. I'll just bring a can. It's just off the shelf from an AutoZone auto parts store. I've used it on plastic, but as long as I don't let it sit there for several minutes, I haven't had any issues with it. So, and these are a little bit more tougher. So we'll see what happens. If it melts, then my mistake. Okay. Just to kind of showcase the parts I'm using in this video. So your choice of color, Rust-Oleum or Krylon is what I'm testing. Again, brake parts cleaner to clean the rifle. So to hold the rifle, I'm simply going to use a zip tie somewhere here by the last front of the handguard, and I'm going to use a bungee cord that I suspended in part of my patio ceiling here. That's it. So it's best to have something suspended if you can suspend the rifle. So it's gonna be like this. Just like that. Zip tie. So I've decided I'm gonna go with this as my base coat, this dark matte coffee bean. I've added a magazine in an empty mag. You can see I had to bring the project inside. It's 32 degrees here right now. It feels like 25 and there's wind, so I'm outside. I was freezing, my fingers are hurting, but also I'm already a bad painter. I'm bad at painting anything, so with the wind blowing, the spray of the can, it's hard to control because it goes everywhere. So bring it inside, we'll see what it looks like. I apply the coat I've already applied an initial coat. I'm going to continue applying it because I had to stop to move the project inside. It's in our garage and I have to put a top behind it because I don't want to mess up anything in here. I think one of the things I've learned over time, especially about me, is if you're going to paint, don't be in a hurry. Be ready to have to do multiple coats. I always want to do one coat and make it fill up, and which is when you have overspray or it's muddy and dirty. So I like to do this and walk away and forget about it for several hours and come back. So I couldn't come up with a good stencil. The first coat is kind of dry a little bit to the touch, but I'm going to use one of those protective film that you put at the bottom of a chest tool drawer or on a cabinet. So it's like rubber material, so let's see what happens. So, still trying to get inspired, I decided to use some of this wax paper, wrapping paper, packaging, I don't know the right name, but I cut it in tiny pieces and I to build a pattern that I'm going to spray over because I can't find the right stencil. So let's see what happens. That's a bit too glossy for me. I'm still working with the pattern, so I'm going to spray a little more different coat for contrast. And we just keep going. madness continue. I found this rope that I had for towing that was broken, so I stripped it into these small strings and I wrapped it. I'm going to do one more spray, and I think that's going to be my last spray. I don't know what it's going to look like. Go crazy. I'm afraid I've created an explosion of colors. Again, this was an experiment. I just wanted to kind of get the gun into a different color. So we're gonna let it dry for several hours and see what it looks like. Alright, it's been a couple of days actually. I started the project yesterday and today it's completed. This is what the end result is for this farm. I'm gonna have a close-up as I'm talking. So I think it turned out pretty good. Again, it was a trial and error. At times I was uncomfortable. I was not sure what was gonna happen. However, I like the overall end result. Considering it was looking like this before, now this is the new version. Camouflage pattern for maybe a mixture of dune, plain sand, desertic, and then some vegetation. Again, I wasn't going for anything in particular. I was purely just I was bored trying to paint my rifle because I was a bit bored with the way it looked in just black and FD accent. So I went with a mixture of field dark earth, dark pattern, brown vegetation, and I did the camouflage. Ended up being camouflage with the different pattern I use in stencil. Some of the things I learned is I had to remind myself to be patient, and at times I was not so patient, so I have a little bit of spot marks, some smudge here and there. Lay down your darkest color first and think of your pattern in reverse. So meaning if you want to end up with something showcasing and a contrast, you kind of visualize the project in your head and do the opposite of the step, meaning darker color first and then all the lighter the brighter colors are going to be on top of the dark. So you will mask out the areas that you want light, you put the black, and then you mask the remaining ones. So anything you mask will be exposed when you remove the stencil or the mask. So keep that in mind. I think it was fun. I didn't go too complicated. The one thing I did was to use brake cleaners, as you saw, to clean the rifle. And after that, it was just a series of layers of paint. The barrel is painted. It looks pretty good, the camouflage. I did not paint my optics in my flashlight, but now that I think about it, I would have maybe left the flashlight and have it painted as well. Because the optics I could put in something else. I didn't want to make it look too unique. But this one has been on this rifle since the since the time I got it. So I'm pretty happy with the result. Really, I came very close. I was very uncomfortable with what it would look like at times, and I kept adding coats. But at the end of the day, I ended up using 1, 2, 3, 4 main colors, and I even spray some primer at some point to just kind of have some kind of elements. So because I usually wear brown or brownish or gray clothing, and given the background and contrast in the area, I think this will be a good camouflage rifle. Not that I'm a hunter or anything like that, but again, I wanted to have a non-black, purely black rifle. Now we'll have to play with the stock to kind of make it more smooth, and with the fresh paint it's sticking up a little bit, but The more I play with it, the more I use it, the better it will break in. And I know this will wear out a little bit, but I wanted to do some details like a splatter of paint here and there in areas like this. The charging handle, everything responded well. One of the issue I'm having, it's not really an issue so far, when I pull the charging handle back, sometimes the mag release, the bolt release button has been a bit sticky, but it works, it's working. So hope you enjoyed the video. This was my little off time project on how to paint a rifle in my style, and yeah, it was fun. I definitely liked it, and I think you can't go wrong either way. You may end up with an ugly rifle, but the more you use it, the more it will go, the paint will go away, and it may turn into something you enjoy. The best thing to do is, if you make a mistake, let the coat dry, respray it before you proceed to the next stage. Let the coat dry. If the weather this weekend is very cold, however, I did let the coat dry at every stage as much as I could. Hope you like it. If you did, give us a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and till next time, stay safe and have a great time. Thanks for watching.